Trojans, now turn me up.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for tuning in for Turn Me Up YSP. It's your boy, Coach Dre, and I'm here with Coach Marco. And we got some football coaches coming into this 2023 football season. We got Coach Stephen from the Wichita Trojans, and we got Coach Tommy from the Wichita Trojans. Welcome, the guys. And so what y'all got cooking, we just want to give you little details about what this podcast's about. It's reaching out and showing about the talent and things going on when it comes to youth sports in the 316 in the Midwest. And so we just want to do our thing to promote the youth sports of what's going big in the city. How you guys are looking forward to this 2023 season coming in already? We know it's just the beginning. School's getting ready to get out. I know a few teams have done started conditioning.
Well, if y'all want me to chime in first, just say that. It's your boy, Coach Stephen, here, live and direct. So, 2023 season coming up. We're going to be live. Wichita Trojans. Everybody want to be a Trojan now. We understand it. We the move. But everybody hate us at the same time. Crazy. But like I said, I the future for the Wichita Trojans is looking real bright. From the 6U all the way up to the 13U. It's a lot of talent up at Fairmount Park from every grade. Got a good coaching staff going from every grade level. I am the head coach of the non-U Trojans. My assistant coach, defense coordinator, Tommy over here,
aka Foolie Boy. Yes, sir.
You know, he the DC. He makes sure, we don't give up many points. He handled that side. I got a couple other coaches. They're not here at the time, but we all working. It's looking real good. Our turnouts is looking good. We got some big boys coming in, fresh, new faces, coming to crash some shit. That's what we about. We the Crash Boys. Hey, just know it's gonna be a movie every Saturday.
That's pretty awesome. We also got Coach Marco. He is also one of the defending champions from last year, 2022 season, undefeated. Even beat every team in their A division. Started even played a grade age higher. And took them into overtime, which it was double overtime, and it was, a barely win. Took his team on the road to nationals, went out and battled in Rocky Top. Awesome experience, awesome team. What you got on your head this year, Coach Marco? Coach Jones.
Hey, I just want to shed a little light on this podcast as well. The podcast is to showcase the talent of the kids, not just in Wichita, but in and around Wichita, just in Kansas, I'm saying the Midwest itself. Well, it mostly won't be coaches. It'll probably be more kids that you'll see. I want the kids to get the full experience as a young kid, so that way when they get older, they'll have already been to a podcast or to an interview type experience just to further them along in the game of football or any other sport. It's not just football. It'll be all sports. But that's just a little bit about the podcast. But other than that, the Turn Me Up Boys is, hey, it's a whole lot of skeptic. I don't even know what to say, what it's called, but it's a whole lot of it right now. Hey,
he says just a whole bunch of craziness going on.
Hey, it really ain't a lot to say. We really just got to wait to see what's to come. But I'm really excited about this football season. Last year we did amazing. I'm saying compared to what we thought the season was going to be, we ended well. But I think this year we got a lot of boys coming back and a lot of new faces. And I just feel like this year if you ain't got a Trojan uniform on, every game against them is going to be a struggle.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, y'all got a target on your back. How you feel about that? Y'all got y'all the target. Y'all don't be the hunted. People hunting you, but don't be the hunted. But y'all got a target on your back.
Yeah, I know it's coming, but honestly, I feel like my boys has been they've been conditioning and we've been out there, so we've already started. So we're gonna be ready. They've been battle tested, then they're just gonna be train tested. We get into it every day at practice, at conditioning. So they'll be more than ready. It's not about the kids really. It's about the coaching. You know what I'm saying, as long as the kids is ready, then I think ours will be, because they got some of the best coaches in the city, not just the city but the state. I'm saying hands down, the Trojans organization itself got something amazing going on. I'm saying they got a lot of kids, they got a lot of coaches, they got a lot of community support, and we just trying to grow.
Awesome. That's really what it's on. But when you it automatically you puts a target on your back when you when you go undefeated and you win a championship team. And then far as even with the team you played in the championship, they came a lot even more harder. So it puts that target on your back. Because, I mean, it was, last year it was last year was pretty lit. It was a lot of trash talk, a lot of really trying to bring the excitement back. Really, a lot of people took it seriously, but it's really trying to bring the excitement back of football. Because at the end of the day, football is a competitive sport. I think people been trying to downsize it how it was, but as far as football in the city is back, and I know everybody is looking forward to the season. What are some of you coaches aspects on getting these kids ready, prepared in the season?
I mean, pretty much. I mean, getting them to this conditioning. I mean, trying to get the linemen out there so we can get their forms and stuff right. Getting the skilled players on them, the ladders, them bags. Just getting your kids conditioned, because when you get on that field, it's all about that stamina. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your wind up. No matter how big you is, how fast you is, you ain't got no wind. I mean, you can't win the game.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely right, Coach Tommy. You think, Coach Marco?
Like I said, I think the game's just going to come down to coaching. I said a lot of kids in a lot of different cities and states and towns is going to have talent, but it's going to come down to coaching and using technique and fundamentals, I'm saying, and that's what we work on a lot, is the fundamentals and the technique, because after a while, the talent is going to be talent, but if you don't have fundamental to go with the talent, it's not going to take you far. So that's one of the biggest things that I try to incorporate, like every day in practice, fundamentals, especially at the younger ages, having second grade. Last year, first grade, some of them didn't know anything. So you're the building blocks of what they're going to know for the rest of their life, because half the stuff that kids learn when they're 5, 6, 7 is the stuff that they remember for the rest of their life. So if they're taught right when they're young, it'll benefit them in the long run. If they're taught wrong, then it's hard to correct something when he's a young adult, when he's playing football. It's hard to correct something. He's been doing it for the wrong way for the past 4 or 5 years. So that's just my big take on it.
Mm-hmm. Big on I'm just like that as well as a coach. Big on the fundamentals. The more you structure and keep it repetitive of the fundamentals, really getting these kids in shape, teaching them the fundamentals. All that's gonna come definitely with practice, but it's getting them in shape. Teaching them on that, their eating habits and drinking habits, which, some kids, they kind of drink anything, but really just we try to stay on kids to drink plenty of water, not really much juice, stay away from the pop when you're coming, because we're in the month of May, so we're almost about to hit that June crest when the temperature starts to rise up, and so, yeah, it's definitely with fundamentals and staying in shape. Think, Coach Stephen?
I think it start with the parents. Everything really starts with the parents, because without them, the kids, without them, the kids are not at practice. Without them, the kids are not putting in the effort. Like, once the parents commit, then the kids will commit. Once the kids see their parents are putting in the effort, it follows suit. So parents, please understand, it starts with you, and us coaches appreciate you for it. Then the next thing is discipline. I always feel like the most disciplined team will always win the game. If you're more disciplined, you don't turn the ball over, and everything is fluent, with the team. Like there's no attitudes, no negative vibes around your team. I think that's a big help when you want to build a successful championship team. Like I said, I think the kids will work hard as the coaches push them. Like I said, as coaches, we're volunteers. You know, we're out there 3-4 days a week, giving it all we can, giving it back to the kids, teaching them the basics, the fundamentals of the game. And like I said, the more kids come, the more they learn, they get better and better. And I'm always about the process. Like I said, it's not about getting better overnight. I'm always about, it's not where you start at in May. Let's see where you're at the end of November when the season is over. Let's see how much better you got as an individual when the season is over. And again, as it comes with the team, we don't worry about the wins and the losses. That'll take care of itself. We work hard. We go out there. We bust our ass every day at practice, at home, do what we need to do. And on Saturdays, that's when we're tested. And the wins and losses take care of themselves. You can't win them all. So you got to be humble. You got to be smart about it as a coach. Like I said, it's like Coach Jones said, it's really about out-coaching the other coach. It's like playing chess. You know, you got to through 2 or 3 moves ahead. You can't be playing checkers thinking just about the next play. You know, it's a lot of ins and out thinking about this coaching thing. But some people overthink it. It's real fun. It's really my stress relief. You know, I do it to keep myself sane. I love it. I've been doing it. I've been coaching. I'm going into my 12th year of coaching. Yep, 10th year, 11th year of coaching. So about 11, 12 years of coaching. I've coached some amazing kids who has already went to college. Some in football, some in basketball. But like I said, that's my goal is to see the end results of getting them to the next level, getting them through high school, going to college, and, you know, just doing something with their life. That's pretty much what it's about.
All right, I feel like that's kind of enough about the football. Well, not necessarily the football, but let's talk about this podcast. What are y'all excited about, or what do y'all think, like knowing kind of the ins and outs of what the podcast will be and what we want it to be? What do y'all feel like will be, you know, something that people can look forward to, or something that is, you know, different, or something that we can just say about what we're trying to do?
I believe it gives. I'm looking forward. I'm excited about the podcast. Excited to see, as far as the deeper we get into the season, the different things as far as we'll get to see, especially when preseason games and tournament around the city is going on. Some even those who planning to get ready to go on the road for these preseason tournaments that's coming up. I'm looking to see development of far as of different teams, and just watching the kids see themselves get interviewed and get expanded more of it to this podcast brand, and just even just interviewing a kid, it'll take it a long way, because this kid may go on 10, 12 years later, go to some type of college or make it to the pros. You never know. And so it's just, I'm just excited. It's a good thing, something different that to bring to the city.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. I feel like it gives a voice to the kids. This is what this is gonna do for them, you know, and give their outlook on how they feel about, you know, playing football in the city league, and how they feel about their coaches and their teams and their teammates. It's just gonna give them a voice, you know, and you providing that for them, and, you know, inviting them teams on here, different teams, you know, and letting them voice their opinion. I mean, I feel like it would be better, and it's more what do you call that, exposure for the kids too.
Yeah,
so that's a big thing.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, so like I said, my input on it is the exposure from youth into high school from the state of Kansas is very limited. We've had a few who have made it to that next level, to the D1 colleges, Avery Johnson, John Randall. Dylan Edwards. I mean, it's really a list we can name. A few years ago, we had Brees Hall, went to Iowa State, made it to the NFL. Like I said, it's a lot of players who have made it out and made it to the next level. But we want to start getting more light on Wichita, Kansas. Yeah. It's a lot of talent in here that is slept on. Back in January, we participated. Team Kansas participated in the D1 All-American games, and when we left, all them other states and the state of Texas, they knew that this was no longer just a basketball state. Like the main thing they said is them boys in Kansas can play football, and that's what we wanted to leave. Like let them know like we do more than just basketball and the things that we've been known for years. Yeah. The football world in Wichita, Kansas, is bigger than a lot of people expect. And like I said, once these kids get in this room, a lot of them are going to be mute for a minute. They're not going to know how to talk. But once they loosen up and open up, I think it's going to be. The line is going to be long. Every kid is going to want to come in here and interview. They're going to want to be in here.
Right. And
they're going to want to do it.
And that's honestly, that's one of the reasons that I wanted to do this, not only for the exposure, which is a big part of it, because I'm saying kids that are actually doing it now just aren't being seen because they're not seen, because some people can't pay for a highlight. Some people can't pay for a trainer. Some people can't pay for this, and some people can't pay for that. So this just gives them that little bit of exposure that they need, but not necessarily just football, because like I said, 9 times out of 10, the people out here playing football right now ain't going to make it to the NFL. So I feel like, just like Stephen said, like some of them ain't going to be able to talk. And that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? This is to help not just them in football, but in life. And I'm saying the community, the society, because if you don't know how to talk in front of people, or you don't know how to look somebody in their eyes, that's one thing that we lost with this generation. I'm saying I'd be at football practice and I say something to the kids, and I'm saying while I'm talking, they looking into the trees and looking into but when I played, I'm saying when it was coach and it was 20 kids, it was 40 eyes on kids, 40 eyes on coach, like point blank. Like there was no looking, it was straight on coach, and that's how I try to do with my boys. Like I want to be their mentor, their role model, their everything. Before I'll be their coach. I'm saying that's coach is secondary. You know what I mean? I want to create young men before I create young football players. So that's my main goal, is to see them succeed outside of the lines and outside of the court, whichever one that they choose. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's more the deeper aspect when it comes to these kids, because it's like this. It's a different generation compared to when we were little and playing youth sports. You know, to me, it's a lot more opportunity now compared to what we have in youth sports now to when we were younger from back in the day. And so, I mean, it's definitely is one thing to try to keep what we can alive and what we can do in our community, especially as far as when it comes to youth sports. So, yeah, I'm definitely appreciative of this podcast, and definitely going to be thankful for our sponsors, Nomo Jones and Productions and Snow Jones's. We definitely appreciate them for their support and gratitude of what they do for us for this podcast. Yes, sir. So we definitely got to give a shout out to them. Let's go. It's 2023. New aspects. What is the aspects so far as what we looking like in the city? What other teams y'all think that's gonna be kind of bright or competitive this year? We can go far as of
I'll start off with AJ, because you know he back out there and he gonna have a 6U team.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna have to try to compete with
they. As far as for ones who haven't chimed in the city, which y'all know of Coach AJ, he used to coach with the Cowboys. He is now back out at coaching. He at the 6U level, and he's back home, I guess he say, with the Wichita Bulldogs.
He is childish, but yeah, hey, that's my boy. Hey, I graduated. I played with AJ. I played football with AJ in high school. I kind of coached with him with the Cowboys the last few years. I went to nationals with him. So but But yeah, it's a lot of history there. But he on the opposite side of the fence now. He with the Cowboy. I mean, he with the Bulldogs
with
now.
the Bulldogs. He's one thing I can say about him is he know how to get some kids.
He got a mouthpiece. He been having that since high school. I give him that.
Yeah, he know how to get some kids. But,
Yeah,
man,
indeed he do.
so that's
11 of 'em.
far as He said, "Oh my!" So we looking at far as of 6U Bulldogs. I mean, I am looking far as those 6U Trojans to come and make some noise. They definitely got a lot of returners that was on that championship team of them Turn Me Up boys from last year. That'll be playing the right age, and I think they're gonna be in the fight for looking like a repeat. Maybe also been hearing about the Grizzlies of they 4 different flag teams that they had and came into one. So it's definitely been a kind of.
I think with that 6U, I'll also chime in on that. I think the Grizzlies might be over there working on something. Tyler had about 70 kids, he said, last year, and about 20 of them was kindergartners, but I don't see all that. But we'll see.
Bunch.
He said that he got a lot of young ones, so he should have a lot of repeat first grade 1 year players at the Grizzlies on that 6U team. So that'll be pretty exciting in the 6U. You know what I mean? So the Bad News Bears, I'm not really 100% sure how that's gonna look. Last year they made it to the championship. That's what we played. They gave us a run for our money. The championship game, I will not hold them.
Yeah, that was definitely
Before playoffs. Before that, they never had a chance. But the championship game, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I sweated. Hey, I was sweating that day. They almost beat us.
That was one of
but that Mac attack was back, running like a Mac truck.
He was, man.
Hey,
My boy Mackie was giving him that kung pao chicken with extra sauce. That's my boy Mackie. But yeah, I don't think nobody far as with. I don't know nobody with the Bad News. I don't even know the kids as far as who they got. So we'll definitely be keeping a lookout for those teams as far as for 6U. 7U.
Turn Me Up by 40. No cap.
Donuts.
Yeah, we
donuts across the
We
board.
gave out a lot of donuts last year, but we expect to keep up the good work.
You said turn me up by how many?
40 balls. I was just capping.
Straight
But
40 balls.
We trying to get out there like that.
So with that in that 7U division, because there's been some changes. Cowboys is no longer a team. We're not for sure. We're hearing that there will have a 7U, but not really for sure. No confirmation of who's a coach or whatnot or anything. So we're going to say, as far as of that, Cowboys was going to that AC Jets. Cowboys was going to be with the AC Jets. I do know that they had as a tailback Tank. He had went over to the Grizzlies. So I think that's one of the pickups at the Grizzlies.
That'd be a good pickup.
Yeah,
if they know
if
how to
they
use
put
them
him at the right spot.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing with this youth football.
People, understandable. Very.
It's putting people at the right position. Because that's the same thing with us. Like talking about the Turn Me Up. Like last year, I had some people that was on the line that might not be on the line this year. I had some people that wasn't on the line that might be on the line. You know what I'm saying? So every year, the kid is going to be put in the best position for the team, not for him.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I always tell parents if your kid wants a spot, if you want your kid to have a spot, you have to do something at home. Do something outside of bringing them to practice.
Oh yeah, you just
gotta put some work in on the outside.
Can't just show up and just I'm gonna be a running back today.
Because nothing is given. Not at the Trojans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Not at the Wichita Trojans. You definitely have to earn every position
everything.
that come to you.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna give out no free hand me outs. About it. But I think that pretty much really wraps up the 7U. 8U, I don't really see a change in that division, so we're going to
last year it was just really two teams: the Cowboys and the Trojans, the Bag Boys.
Yeah, and they went undefeated as well. And
it's been a couple changes in that age group too. Some left, some went, some came, some
Right,
So
it's been a lot of switch up, but
so we'll see. What I'm saying, what
I still
the future
think
holds.
maybe it would be a
Trojans by 20.
easily.
Yeah.
They 2 years,
It'll
2 year
probably be
champions,
what,
2 year
Trojans
champions
and-
right there. the
Trojans
Bad
and
Boys.
Cowboys in the championship year 3.
Probably.
Yeah, most likely. All right.
Whoa. Don't forget, we are going by age.
Oh yeah.
And if they are going by
change.
age,
Ooh-wee.
the Wichita Grizzlies got a kid on their team.
Ooh-wee.
I believe I can't think of his last name, but his first I think they call him Trey. I don't know his last name. The kid is probably by far one of the most talented kids that I've seen in a long time.
And what will he be able to play?
He will be able to play 8U.
But he's a third grader.
He's a third grader, but he will be able to play 8U.
Yeah, and I
So
mean,
with
that's,
the age
that's,
rules now,
that's the big
That's gonna-
difference
that's
because
gonna- that's
that
gonna be- that's
will
gonna be a big
change a
thing.
lot
Right.
because
Stuff will
he
change
by
with that.
himself
Right.
beat that Wichita Trojans team in the preseason. They beat pretty much by himself.
that wasn't a
He's a very he's a very talented
Okay.
kid. I won't take nothing from him, but I do expect them Trojans to have a game plan for him.
They said I remember that game because they beat Dame's team, and I think I had seen something on Facebook where they said they put the Bag Boys in the bag, something like that.
Yeah.
It was something like that I see there. That was
So he only get to lock in on one roster though.
Yes,
right?
he only.
so, I mean, this
only
year
gets to
he
play
was-
one roster.
and it won't be all that switching they did. That was a whole bunch of I don't know what that was.
That cheating shit they was doing last year.
Yeah,
playing
that
two
definitely-
different rosters.
That was definitely
Oh
crazy.
man.
So I think that as you said with the it's a difference between last year and this year. Last year was great. This year it is by age, and we finally have caught up to the rest of the country, and we are by a 7-1 national cutoff. We are by a 7-1 national cutoff in our league, not just upon travel. So that's a good plus for for the city, those who do travel. So far as the age, you can become interesting with this new age change.
It might be a 3-man race in that age group unless the Bad New Bears somehow pull something back together. I think it's going to be that Cowboys, Grizzlies, and Trojans.
Trojan Nation.
Still taking Trojans by 20.
Trojan Nation.
All right, going into 9U.
Hey, I'm
Crash, bro.
gonna say this.
Trojans by 20.
The defense this year,
He
we
said
coming
the
in
Crash
with
Bros?
we coming in with a chip on our shoulders, bro. We coming in with a chip on every game. We coming in with a chip on our shoulders. Every time you see me on that field, coming in with a chip on our shoulder.
That's what I'm talking about. He coming in with that chip. And you guys, far as with y'all team taking third last year, far as we are not going to far as the Riverside Grizzlies team, since they were caught in fraudening, we're not going to count them far as up in the last end of the season rankings when it came down to playoffs, since they was caught red-handed. So it was nothing else. Let's give them their crickets for that.
And they end up
But,
playing. They played the who in the championship?
Which team? The
Not you.
for 9U. So it'd been 8U last year. The championship.
that was
the championship game.
Bears and Bulldogs.
The Bears was the
Yeah,
Bears and
Bears and
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. Yeah, that's right.
Bad news.
At halftime, it was competitive. Then it got ugly. That Bulldogs team, they had a good talented team last year. They took the top half. They took the top half of the Cowboys from their previous year, who were the previous champions from the 7U.
Mm-hmm.
They took half that team. The Bears got the second half of that team. Like I said, then we're two of the more competitive, teams in that age group. The Bulldogs was, they was real physical up front.
Yeah.
That Dwayne kid, man, he's still a Trojan at heart. We still claiming him. Don't care what y'all talking about. He's a Trojan.
That Bulldog team actually went to a national tournament and actually did pretty good. They think
Yeah.
they won a game or two out of town. So salute
Yeah,
to
they
them.
went to Atlanta.
Like I
Yeah,
said, we trying to put all the
definitely.
teams on the map. We ain't just here for the Trojans. We here for any Wichita kid. I'm
anyone.
saying any Midwest
And,
kid.
and they definitely was out. Did go into Atlanta to the D1 Nation Nationals last year. Did pretty good. Did anything to rep the town. They came up short, but still they fought up a good fight down there. So we definitely kudos and shout outs to that non-U Wichita Bulldogs team.
Yeah, they put another national look on the Wichita team, and that's what we're trying to do: get some national recognition, and that's all. This exposure it'll help us
that's
get some
what
of
it's
that.
all about. and get really, other states to respect Kansas.
Right.
Because, like you said, majority of them, they think this is a basketball state. So it's really putting football on the edge.
Or Wizard of Oz. They think of it Wizard of Oz and Dorothy.
Yeah.
Tornadoes and
that's
sunflowers.
Yeah, that's about it. Tornadoes.
There's
and
no place like home.
tractors.
Man, it's crazy.
But
We going.
What was you about to say, though?
Continue.
I thought you had
oh,
something.
I always got something to say. Hey, just know what Deion say. We coming.
We coming as an
Hey,
organization.
I'm trying to. That's
He said
hey.
we coming.
Every game we gonna line it up. We gonna crash some shit.
Bad news.
We gonna crash some shit.
I got some bad news for you. We got some meat on the line.
Hey, we
got some meat on the line.
We
We
gonna call
coming.
y'all crash news.
We left a bad taste in their mouth at that tournament. We left a bad taste in their mouth at that tournament. I know they want us.
Hey.
I know they want us. We
And
got the
that-
last
that's-
hit. Hey, it might have not been during the city, but it was in the tournament where it counted.
And that's kind of like how I feel as far as with 7U. It's like they got that back because it's like they thought that they had that game. And it's like, with that end of the drive and then smartness of coaching and using your timeouts at a good timing, with leaving what needed to be in time that was on there for them to run out. And I mean, awesome game. That's what we like to see around here is awesome games, awesome football, competitiveness.
The talent. Wichita got the talent.
Man, we
got the
definitely
talent.
do. Definitely do. We just got to continue to keep these kids motivated and challenged to uprise that. 10U, what y'all thinking? Who was the
10U champs,
Who that,
the
Grizzlies?
9U champs from last year. No,
Showtime Kings.
Showtime Kings.
Showtime Kings.
They came back
Curry
and
and
won
his
that
crew.
game.
Yes,
Yep.
Josh
Josh
Curry's
Curry
crew.
and his
He
crew.
finally went over the hump. Yes, he
They were the year before that. They were actually winning that game.
Yes,
And
they-
the
yeah.
Grizzlies came back and ended up beating them.
came
But
back
it was
and beat them,
different.
but and then
different-
actually
different
Grizzlies
story from
beat
last
them
year.
in the season.
Yeah,
It was by
Grizzlies went undefeated, I believe.
A touchdown.
Yeah,
Each
Grizzlies
game
undefeated
they
in the season.
they played them twice. It was by a touchdown. That Grizzlies and Showtime Kings game, which it was awesome football. Even with that Trojans team and that Grizzlies game, Trojans almost had knocked them. I want to say they played them twice. The first game they let them slip by a last second touchdown. That second game got closer. And then I forgot what happened at the end, but
Man, that 10U Trojans team, they lost a lot of good kids. A few went to the Grizzlies, or quite a bit went to the Grizzlies.
But far as they
And
had
then
picked
there
up
was-
those kids from those Cowboys. That was
They
that's
picked up,
Deion's
yeah, they
group.
picked up a few. But like I said, some of his more talented kids went to the some of them went to the Showtime Kings, and the other went to the Grizzlies, which made it a little more difficult for him.
So I definitely think even Deion's team had picked up mid-season playoffs. They didn't get over that hump far as the playoff. They did that first playoff game. I did watch their game. They did win. They made it out that first round. That second round, I believe, is when they played the I want to say it was the Grizzlies. They played the Grizzlies again that second time. Hard fought battle in the playoffs. Came up short. But I am looking for 10U Trojans to make some noise this year. I'm definitely going to keep a lookout and watch a couple of their games because they play pretty good football. I like that Grizzlies team. I like Deion's team. I think those was really the top two teams. Showtime, I like their team. They got some awesome players. They got an awesome running back. He's been talked about far as in the football when it comes to track, different things. Dreadhead Monster. They definitely
Yeah, he
did-
just to shine light on him. What's his name?
I can't even think his name. I know he go by the Dreadhead Monster.
yeah, the Dreadhead
Yeah,
Monster.
he also made it to nationals in track. Like I said, we're trying to shed a light on the kids and, like I said, just the talent, not just football.
Yeah.
he made it to nationals in track. He's one of the fastest kids in the nation.
In
He
the
made it
nation.
in the 100, I think, in the 200, and he's just and he's one of the most humble kids that I know. I'm saying that does stuff like that. A lot of kids now, they get cocky and conceited, but he's still humble at heart. I'm saying
Humble.
He's
That's what it's about. And then also, because I'm friends with his mom, and I see, far as I see and chime into the post that she post of when she's be proud of him as far as of what he does academically. And that's what really that it's about when it comes to these kids. If you have a parent that's supportive when it comes to your academics and be behind you, that's what we really need in this that's what we need in this culture. That's what the kids need now, is because, you know, some of us, as far as older ones, that's what we had lacked in was academics. We didn't have the tutors. We didn't have that online sightings that we can get help from. And so it's a lot of opportunities for kids right now when it comes to school. You know, we just got to keep them encouraged to take that opportunity, because, shoot, education is what goes a long way.
It looks like his name is Desarian.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
Zarian, yeah.
Zarian,
Yeah,
yes.
he fast.
It's fast.
Fast.
It's fast.
Hey.
I witnessed. I watched.
You can't coach speed.
I
I don't
right,
care if you can't coach speed, and if it's unmatched. Like I said on.
I mean, I think it's just in him, because I've seen different all-star games and stuff he went and participated in, and like literally
Right.
you got when that's one thing I like when I took my son to go. You're meeting kids from different parts of the country and stuff, different parts of football, the world you probably never get to see interact. I mean, it's about meeting, connecting with new people and stuff. But it's like when you do that and you mark your claim in games like those coaches who probably you won't coach you again, they remember that time and remember where you come from, and they chime into, which I see he's been big, followed on Instagram. I think he got TikTok and some different things. You know how these kids got the different social media sites, so he's definitely another one.
But I will chime in, like you said, about Josh Curry. And I'm saying with just like Coach Stephen and Coach Tommy, Coach Tate with from the Trojans organization, and some of the other coaches, Coach Tyler that we mentioned earlier, they're not just doing tackle. They also just play. A lot of the teams just played in this NFL flag.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that's another thing that I want to mention, because that's another thing that's shedding light on the kids from here in Wichita and here and around, is that 7-on-7 or 5-on-5, whatever flag type of style that they play. It's kind of getting really big more in Oklahoma, like right now, like closer to us.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up in the Midwest deeply. Really, if you look, if you watch far as of YouTube, you see far as up on the east, down south, a lot of them, they do a lot of that 7-on-7, like repetitively, a lot of different tournaments. I was seeing some of the cost of some of those tournaments, $350 a team for a 7-on-7. Like, they take that stuff seriously.
Right.
And so I'm seeing it starting to boom in the Midwest. I see Oklahoma been doing theirs a lot up on Saturdays. And so this NFL flag is really a something to pick up that leads in a good transition in the.
And that's what I was about. That's what I was about to say. I'm gonna piggyback off of you. I mean, when it first came out in Wichita, like I had already did it with Josh Curry. We did it at the YMCA, but the YMCA wasn't too big on it. And when they came out with the NFL, flag football here in Wichita, and the first year I talked to Coach Steve, and I was like, man, we need to put our skill players in this, because what it's going to do is pretty much going to transition them, to learn how to run spread, learn how to stay in the pocket without without running out of the pocket, build pocket presence, and help your receivers out with catching hand, help your DBs out with their feet and turning and holding coverage. But yeah, man, it's going to be a big thing here in Wichita. I feel like in a few years, because we seen, like last year we had about 4 or 5 teams once again in each grade, right? We had a couple of city coaches that went to it, but I feel like it's gonna get to the point to where, like, pretty much the Bad News Bears, the Grizzlies, the Trojans, like every grade gonna come out and start making flag football teams, and it's gonna be bigger. They're gonna have to add more fields out there on South Lakes. I feel like it's gonna be a big thing here in the future, and I hope everybody starts joining so we can get more competition out there.
Yeah, that's what it's definitely about. So
and that is one thing I do see the difference in, like, league play, because they do have some of them Tri-City League teams in there in that NFL flag, because I feel like they feel like since it's through the city, it's a different type of league, because a lot of them don't play tackle football in the league, so you can get your Goddards, your Mazes, your Hayesvilles, and Andovers and stuff like that, but they'll play in the NFL flag because it's not contact. So you can get different looks playing in that you won't get playing any other team, because those teams don't play. You won't play them in a regular tackle game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't.
And we see a lot of talent out there from them towns. Like, we didn't play against the team last year. Where were they
Goddard.
from? They was from Goddard. Yeah, just you talking about discipline, like down to the T. Like the coach wasn't even saying nothing. He calling a number. They out there running the plays. The defense out there running coverages. Like these kids are very disciplined and very talented out of those small towns too.
Yeah, that just shows you talent just don't flow just in Wichita. I mean, I know it's a lot of different out of city teams that'd be talent in, especially and you see a lot of that when you get to high school. You know, what was those different out of city teams that was did good in state playoffs this year?
What if for football?
Yeah, football.
For,
I know it was some different. It was like from 6As, 5As.
you know, Derby always. If you talking about out of the National City League, Derby always top.
Mays
Mays,
pretty
Andover.
And so it's just like that just shows you that the talent is at least spread it out. So I'm definitely grateful and excited about that.
We left off on 10U.
10U.
We got 11U now.
11U. That would be 11U, about 6th grade.
Man, I can't really say too much about 11U. Who won 11U last year? Or 10U? Who won 10U championship last year?
Lawrence in grade.
Was it the Grizzlies?
Yeah, it might have been the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
That must have been
The Thomas now?
no,
I think
Thomas was
he
he didn't make it. I want to say
It was Grizzlies. It wasn't the Bears. It wasn't, no. Yeah, I want to say it was that Grizzlies team that won the
We ain't gonna spend
championship.
too much time on it.
Yeah,
We
but
don't-
I can say far as
I just
I'm not really going to dig deep into that going into that 11U, but I would say that
that means they didn't cause enough ruckus.
Right. Look, hopefully,
I would say that Trojans
make some
team,
noise.
but I say that Trojans team looked good as far as up in Lawrence.
Hey.
They went to
They went down to shorthanded too.
Yeah, shorthanded,
Went
and
down
they
to
went
shorthanded
2
and
weeks
did
in a
actually
row
good.
to different tournaments. Came
They won
second
one.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
one
wanna
came
say they
second
won
place.
the second one they went to.
But what
no,
was
they
another
did
one
pretty
they thought
good.
they had came in second?
They went back to the
But
one in
that's
Lawrence.
as far as a good standing because that team actually formed it late in the year anyway.
Right.
And
They
so
came together like
They came together
booty
and
cheeks.
actually, yeah. And then that 11U, I believe, I would say as far as 11U, I would stay and look out for the Bulldogs because as far as that's Michi's team,
They play up.
no, they're playing
They playing their grade level this
playing
year.
at grade level.
I don't
this
know
year.
why. They ain't gonna get no company. They running for them Trojans.
But other than that, they probably take
No, but easily.
Right.
No, the only reason they're doing it is because
Right.
Jaron Trotter has been running from them. That was who won it. The Jaron Trotter that team.
That's what I thought.
And,
But I thought it was
and
Thomas
the
Jaron.
reason he's been trying to play them and they won't play him. So
Yeah.
I can see why he would just drop down just to
Right.
get them because they're not gonna have any other competition
Right.
besides them. Our Trojans, our 10U, our upcoming 11U, they'll give them a decent run.
Yeah. I think they
They give them a decent run, but
they'll have
that Bulldogs team is
which look like they'll have
is
a
a
better
good team.
coaching staff this year. They
Yeah.
got a couple of coaches coming in up on that. All right, we're gonna move from 11U. They wasn't that much famous. 12U, which I don't think it's any questions in that age. round.
Trojans by 30.
And so
30 ball.
I don't even think the Grizzlies.
Another undefeated championship
Yep.
team.
Yeah,
Another
another undefeated team. My boy, Coach Ray Dizzle, my boy from Wichita North High, he graduated with me. Coach Raymond Mitchell leading them boys to wow over there. Boy, doing his thing.
We actually have one of their assistant DB coaches in the building. Curtis over here.
My boy, Coach Curtis,
Yeah.
in here chilling. We're gonna get him to come
I'm
over
gonna
and
let him get on here.
come
get on
over
the mic
here,
real
get in
quick.
and chime in. Get your hands out of you. My boy Curtis Blow.
What's going on? Look at this thing. Hey,
Man.
Wasn't expecting that.
Hey.
I was a bystander.
Man, hey man, we glad you in the building, my boy, man.
Appreciate it.
Man,
appreciate
12U,
it.
man. Give us the insight, man. We knew y'all went undefeated last year. Like, I think y'all beat everybody by 20 plus, if not more. Y'all won a championship
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, back to back.
He said,
Y'all
"Don't
are
leave that
the-
out." He said, "Don't
Yeah.
leave that out."
You know,
They are
two times.
yeah, 2 times. They are the back-to-back champs. Going into this older year, we're going into 12-uter now. Do you think it's be still that one-way show, or will it be any competition? City League.
Well, hey, listen, not gonna lie to you. City League, no. The reason why I say that is because from I started coaching in 3rd grade, we always came up short. It was either 2nd place, 3rd place, and then 5th grade year came, we kicked it. Then 6th grade year championship, 7th grade year championship again. I mean, as far as competition wise, like Coach Stephen was saying, every team we played, we won by 30 points. Like, look, I mean, and that's in a Humboldt way.
Yeah,
we've been called out by almost everybody from Minnesota, Oklahoma, Texas, and we fought with them. So,
I mean, I
that's
can
another thing. That's one thing y'all ain't got to worry about. If anybody want any smoke with any Trojans, I think it's too late. But we will be at the Clash of the Titans. I'm saying
Clash.
y'all can get us at the first Clash, Clash in KC. It's probably too late to get in the Clash in KC if you're not already in it. But the Clash of the Titans.
Oh yeah, Clash in KC
meet us in
is
Oklahoma City. I'm saying,
up,
hey, it ain't too late.
KC.
If anybody want any type of smoke, we there and we ready for it.
Whatever grade.
telling you, we
Oh
want
yeah,
run
just had to
from-
make sure
run
we had to
from
put that
nobody,
on there.
you
We,
feel
hey,
me?
yeah.
And then I just far as want to go in before we I go over the Clash. I just want to go in from last year. Y'all, far as where I can say, you were battle tested, did what you had to do in the city. But far as of out of town teams, y'all did y'all did play. And far as we gonna go just right up I-35. Y'all did play the I-35 Jackpot Boys, and y'all did play them also in the Scarefest. And beat them. What was the ending score of that game?
18-6.
18-6 with the I-35 Jackpot Boys.
With our actual roster, by the way, just putting that out there. You know, we didn't have any other 7th grade. It was pure 6th grade, and we got actually one 5th grade. That's a dog. So,
And that also was a 7-1 cutoff, national cutoff in the Scarefest tournament here held in Wichita. Didn't y'all end up playing Pac Prom?
no.
The Grizzlies did.
Okay.
Which was the 11U Grizzlies, but they played up.
Okay, so yeah.
And look, man, we rule Oklahoma.
'Cause we don't
The
call
the
people
top
out.
team in Oklahoma, we beat them. So we run Oklahoma.
We don't call people out. They call us out, and we humbly, handle business.
As I'm looking at this 12U Clash of KC list, I don't see one Oklahoma team going to the Clash. 12U.
Oh, they running from smoke. Crazy.
So I
Because
guess
probably waiting until the Clash at the Titans.
We'll be there too.
well, that's
We ain't gonna
We
talk too
coming to
much
get the
more
smoke.
about the clashes. We talking about the city. What we on? 13U now?
13U.
Right.
Hey,
Gotta
like
finish
Trojans
Gotta finish this up. We on
by
our
20.
it's
hour now.
it's nothing.
Trojans by 20.
It's nothing. Yeah, 13U is. I can say I'm going with my Trojans. Trojans is going. I say Trojans gonna take it. I say the competition probably will be Bad News Bears.
Yeah, they was in the championship
can
game
see
last
that.
year. It was
They was in the
hard-fought game.
championship last year, and
was a
I can say
hard-fought game.
they
They'll
also
see each other in
had
championship
they
games,
had a incredible pickup far as in the portal and the coaching staff. Is my boy. He coached back-to-back championship team. He coached my son a couple of years back-to-back championships with Wichita Tigers. My boy Brian Bellamy took over the head coaching job with Bad News, so I know he gonna have them boys ready for what they need to do. So we gonna see. I think it's gonna be either two people dance, but Trojans by 30.
And another thing,
Bowdy.
another game thing, real quick. We need the 11U or soon to be 12U Grizzlies to stop playing up. Come see us.
I don't think
We won. They gotta see us this year.
But do you think they seriously would want to play up this
They-
year? I mean, they kind of got beat up playing up last year.
But playing up with age now, that's gonna be beat up.
Well, they since it's a 7-1 cutoff, they can just bring on that same old team with them 7th graders, even though we not at none.
We got our
We
fifth.
we
but
gonna have our
fifth
same
grader,
like
Or a sixth grader now.
They got to come see us. When we was in the spotlight at East High last year at they tournament that they threw, it didn't turn out too good for them. They thought they was gonna win it. It was a good game. I will say it was a good game. It was a great game.
Well, we hopefully
The Trojans came out on top.
we see them. We'll see them that they play their actual grade division.
Yeah, we
and
wanna
we'll
see 'em.
Look that into either a city league. I'm pretty sure if they could do it, prime time under the lights, Trojans versus Grizzlies, 12U. They can make that either the first game or the last game, and then they can put 7U Trojans versus the Grizzlies, and it can just be a doubleheader of the Grizzlies versus Trojans. Obviously, those two great age matchups I think would be nice.
Yeah. Them be two good games.
Yeah.
The
And
7U
I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. I didn't like the fact that which it wasn't really much 6U games last year under the lights. I think it was my one had started up at 6, but
at the end of the year, yeah.
at the end of the day, I think them Turn Me Up boys should have had a primetime game under the lights. Because at the end of the day, they was the show. They was who everybody was coming to see. They was the one serving hot and readies weekly. Weekly.
Hey, one thing I say about them Turtle boys, hey man, Marco Jones did an amazing job with them boys. You ain't gonna find another youth team in the state of Kansas
From start to finish.
with their own soundtrack. You're not gonna let them hear it then. Let them hear it then. You ain't gonna find it nowhere else.
Hey, just shout out to my boy SE Trill.
Shout out to SE Trill.
He did this track for
SE
us.
Trill Productions.
At first, I was just looking for a beat to put on the back of our highlights at the end of the games, and
Man.
he came at me with like, "Hey, bro, I can make you a whole
A
song."
whole
And,
song, man. He
I
said,
swear, he didn't watch a game.
Man,
he didn't
that
watch a
boy
practice,
put us
He
in-
didn't know nothing about any
Nothing.
of our boys.
We-
but
Line for line, bro.
We told him in their names.
Every name from every boy on my roster last year, he put their name in the song, and
song.
everything he said in the song came true.
It matched up. When I say it matched up from every kid, it was crazy.
And,
And-
for him to not know anything, and for him to bring that, like spit that like that, hey,
man,
Hey.
we took that. It was
took that and
number,
ran with it.
number one hit in the city of Wichita. Them Turn Me Up boys. You let some 6-year-olds was dropping that hot fire.
Hey, that was another thing. Like I said, hey, it's bigger than football. So, like I said, the first thing that we did one of the first things we did this season before we even touched the field for a football game, we went to the studio and laid this track down with SE Trill. So, like I said, it's bigger than just football.
Definitely
I'm saying,
is.
So, some of these boys has been in the studio. We got people that's supposed to be rappers in the city of Wichita that's 20, 30 that ain't
Man,
never been to a
ain't
studio.
never been to
And, hey, my 6-year-olds, kindergartners was in the studio last year.
in there dropping bars.
They got studio time and they got rings.
And they got championships.
Got the rings.
And they took their number one hit in the studio and took it over the country, telling everybody to be turned up. And that's what this sports podcast is about: is turning youth sports in the Midwest, in the city, turning it all the way up. Not just football, but we going from track, from basketball to whatever. And shoot, man, I don't know about y'all, but this first go round, it was definitely awesome. We had some awesome guests that was in the building.
Before we go, I just want to ask real quick. I know we talked about every age group, about teams and all of that, but I just feel like for our knowledge, for what we know right now, I just feel like let's go on every age group and just give a cut, whatever kids, even if they Trojans, even if they not Trojans, some of the top kids in each age group. We ain't got to go into too many details about it just to get a light on them. So, then we want all these kids to come be a part of this podcast and really express their love for the game, why they got in the game and stuff like that. So let's start 6U, and I know 6U is gonna be a little harder because there are a lot of new kids who probably never played.
Right.
Plus, we won't know a lot from a lot of the other teams.
Right.
just ours.
But I'm just saying, just from what we know, and like I said, going up,
Like I said, we really can't go too much in depth in 6U. I'm saying, like I
Yeah.
said, Tyler said he have a lot of returning 6Us. I'm saying, I know I got a few 6Us that turn me up in the heart, but they might be what y'all gonna be now?
Man,
what y'all came up with it?
They work, so they don't want to put it out there yet.
We gonna wait with that.
Okay, the 6U came up with it. Yeah, they still in my.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I guess we'll pass 6U for right now.
Yeah,
we could
We'll pass
6U.
6U. We'll wait till a couple games in, and we'll kind of get a light on that. But I think 7U, and even if you don't know the name, we know numbers from last year position. So let's just go like 7U, who was a few of the top kids that, of course, that on your team and that y'all played against.
Definitely, Far's gonna say with 7U. I'm gonna say definitely he was our quarterback and leader, Lucino McGill. I got to give it to my guy. We had RJ Mackey.
There was our 3 returning players that
Only
played
3 kids
last
who
year.
played.
That was used to be bag boys, but now they're turn me up boys. They played last year. Everybody else was brand new to the game. Never played a down.
Never played it down.
But one kid, the kid I'm gonna speak on.
Oh yeah, we got.
I
We
gotta
got to say something about him. He's never.
Listen, I'm giving one of the best players on y'all team to 7.
Yeah.
Well, he was the biggest kid, but he was the quietest kid. When I looked at him, I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like you don't know what he was gonna do, but when that whistle blew and that ball snapped,
That's the.
as time went on, I seen that kid.
Boy 7
I
is
seen
a
that kid do some
silent
things.
assassin.
I seen that kid do some things that was amazing.
Yeah.
To have never have played a down of football, you wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to tell it after. I'm saying watching a couple of his hits and a couple of his plays, you wouldn't be able to tell that was his first year. I'm saying just with a little bit of the right coaching, which he has, and just a little bit of fundamental,
He's gonna be scary.
He's gonna be
scary.
something to look for.
Scary.
I'm saying with his size and his speed, not just he's one of the fastest boys out there in 7U, hands down. I'll put my money up against anybody.
Definitely.
I'm saying so.
7 Gully, definitely look out for him from the Trojans. I definitely say number 33 for the Grizzlies. He was definitely very quick, very athletic guy from that Grizzlies team. He was definitely a big part of that Grizzlies offense. I don't really remember a bunch of their backs. I can only say number 33.
He was probably the best player on that team.
I would say
I would say him from the Grizzlies. From the Bears.
They had a couple. They had a couple. One was the coach's son, not Escoe. The other guy. He actually broke one on us, and me and his dad had exchange of words. For a second.
Tim Rockett's son.
Yeah. His son.
His son.
Escoe's
son is pretty good. I think it's
nice
JoJo.
Too. Yeah, but
they're fast. They're very good.
they definitely good.
They got some decent talent on that team. I would say them. For the most part, from the 7U, that's kind of from what we know, of course.
I don't know nobody else.
Hopefully, we have some more breakouts this year from other teams, and maybe even some more from the Trojans who really put on a spotlight.
Yeah, from other players. 8U,
first and foremost, hands down, Monk.
In Monk, we trust.
Hey, wait. If we really want to talk about age groups, Monk is a 7. He will be a 7U kid.
That is correct.
And I'm gonna say this, and I want this to get out there across the nation. Monk is top 5 7U kid in the nation, and I would put my money down on that.
And I'll double whatever he put.
He is top 5 in the nation. He's from Wichita, Kansas.
And I'm
top
taxing
5.
who
He
else
is
put it
top
on
5
there.
in the nation from a 7-1 kid. He'll be a 7U kid this year. He's a top 5. He's a top 5 player
Definitely
against any team, and I can guarantee he's gonna perform every time.
Yeah, he's hard. Definitely Monk. I'm trying to think of the quarterback from the Cowboys. He was pretty good.
Oh, that's
He actually qualifies
another
for
7U kid.
Right.
His name is Hayden.
Yeah.
His name is Hayden. What is Solomon.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's nice.
We know his daddy plays flag, but At quarterback, his
He's-
son
yeah.
is a gunslinger and he's fast.
Yeah,
he's
nice.
another kid.
I like him.
Who is a baller, but on his right age group, his performance.
So he would cut
would
Farz
shine.
of 7U.
Yeah,
Okay.
he would shine more.
All right,
on that grade.
Farz, if you say an 8U, I would say Farz of who was that? 23 from the Grizzlies.
Oh, now listen. Him and Monk back and forth. Them are 2 top 5 kids.
Like literally, because
them
I
are 2 top 5
watched him.
kids.
I'm just like,
I seen him beat teams by himself, and it's not that it's not an understatement.
that was crazy.
I seen him beat teams by himself.
Very
It
crazy.
was a couple more bag boys. I would give it to Jake, my boy Jake.
One of the highest IQ kids I've ever seen at that age.
Jake
Exactly.
from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State
Hey,
Farm.
IQ wise, I'm trying to tell you, there's not too
don't,
many who can match it. There's not.
Yeah, then
His
we
IQ
got,
is great.
We got Josiah from the Bag Boys.
Yep.
Who else?
Josiah, Trey.
They quarterback.
Trey got a
Yeah.
gunslinger.
Trey, Trey's an awesome quarterback. He led that team.
They also had a little
undefeated
boy by the
last
name
year.
of Kai. He played defense. He was he was on the D line, I think.
Yeah.
He was pretty.
He
He
was
was an
crashing
asset
shit,
for them.
yeah.
He was an asset for them as
He was
well.
good stuff.
I'm gonna say this.
Uh,
I think the fastest kid on that team, and probably in the grade, is Landon White, Briston's son. Fast. He ain't got to showcase it yet.
Oh,
But-
but yeah, hey, just to backtrack, we was talking about that 6 shoe. Hey, we was at practice the other day, and that hit Briston's youngest son, Carter. Hey,
Coming with it.
Carter might be one of them ones to watch, my boy. He got
Oh,
that
Carter. Okay.
slang thing.
Carter. Okay.
Carter.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
For the also AU, the Cowboys, DJ. He's another baller. Him and Monk was going back and forth in that show out. they was,
I remember
they was
them
going
from,
back and forth.
The following year.
He
was definitely a good.
Like I said,
somebody to watch.
them kids were for that on that grade are some of the ones who kind of showed out running the ball. I'm gonna give a shout out to a lineman. We call him Brave. He used to play with me with the Trojans. I missed the kid. He now plays with the Grizzlies. I call him Baby Aaron Donald because he's unblockable. I've seen it. He's unblockable. You have to double team him, and sometimes that don't work.
I didn't heard about him.
Brave.
Before.
His real name is Landis. Brave.
Yeah,
is
I
a
didn't heard
dog.
about Brave.
He's a dog.
I didn't heard about Brave.
Dog.
I think I know you mentioned who was that? Jake.
Jake.
Yeah, I think Jake had entered the transfer portal.
I think he re-signed. I think he re-signed.
Oh,
I think he re-signed. I'm not sure yet. It's a long way to go, but I think he re-signed.
Oh well,
They probably gave him a good NIL deal. We don't know yet.
I mean, well, nah, it was just kind of confirmed to us the other night when we had the meeting that he had entered the transfer portal. But that might be either here or there. Non-U.
So non-U. Good. Oh, so non-U. I'll start with our team. From our team, we got a kid on our team who probably, I would say, in our age group, he's one of the fastest kids in our age group. His name is Caden Brooks. Last year was our first year we having him. He came from the Seahawks. His parents wanted a different scenery, so they came and joined us last year. And the boy's a baller. He's a baller. He came and played quarterback for us, but the kid can play. He can play anywhere on the field. He can play receiver, running back, quarterback. He's played defense. He's one of them kids you can put anywhere. He's one. I'll say CJ McGill, who was my son. He's looking to get back on track to be another top kid in the grade.
Another kid that played for you as well, which is CJ's cousin. He also played for Impact.
Yep.
He also played for another traveling team.
Jamal Jones. He probably was top 3 kids in the state last year in our grade level. He was definitely top 3 in our grade level. So he was definitely a playmaker. Can't sleep on him at all. Great player. From the Bulldogs, Dwayne. Like I said, the speed that kid has is unmatchable. Open field, he does great things in open field. Foe, I don't even know that kid's real name. Oh, John. His name is John. Like he's a junior. He the 4th. But he's a dog too. He's a big, strong. He's a dog. He run that ball well. They got a couple linemen over there with the Bulldogs too. Linemen don't get enough credit. I'll say that. I will go back and say linemen do not get enough
definitely
credit.
the Hogs don't get
The Hogs don't get enough credit, and that's another thing we have. This podcast will give them the light they need. I promise you that, because we like pancakes. I tell my linemen. But let's see, other AU for the Bears. Deshaun is actually he's another kid who was actually he will be an 8U kid coming up this year who can play on his own great level. He played up this past year. He was a good player. Bears had a good solid team. Like I said, they're that number 5. I can't think of his name. He plays defensive tackle and defensive end. He's scary. I'll say that. He's scary up front on both sides.
He's a big boy.
He was a big boy. He was a big boy. He was scary. We number 5 from the 9U Bears. I cannot think of his name. I want to say his last name is Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. But he was a ball player. Let's see what other.
Let's go to
I
that.
think that's it for the 9U. 10U got a lot. Zarion from the Showtime Kings. AJ from the Showtime Kings. Josh Curry's son from the Showtime Kings. They got a 3-headed monster over there that's pretty raw talented.
I like they got it's a I don't know what he play on defense, but it's a big boy who play on that team. I think he's like number 40 or something. I like him. I watched I think it was 2 games I called it theirs last season. In both games I seen him. He breaks through that line and he eats that quarterback up and gives him a field day. So I'll take number 40. Ain't really else much on that 10U. Let's go to 11.
No, so it's a little more heat on the 10U. Now the Grizzlies. I'm trying.
We can
so
go
what
over
is it? Says Jason is nice.
Yeah,
he got a couple stars on his team.
He definitely got some playmakers on that team.
Even the Trojans, Legend is a 9U. He will be an upcoming 9U kid who could play with me, but we know if Dion is gone. That's his jewel. That's his quarterback. So I know he's not giving him up. But that's definitely a baller for that grade for that kid for that grade. Like I said, 10U they definitely have some heat. 11U. Like I said, we going, so that'd be the fifth, sixth grade.
I don't really know the age
Bean
group, so I'm going.
Bean, look,
Yeah,
Bean.
definitely Bean. Bean. He's
What they call him, Bean. He's a bad man.
diehard Trojan. I watched him play.
He's a bad man.
He's with it. So that's I'm gonna go only one with him in that 11U. 12U. Far as with Trojans, a lot of who's that? Fat Daddy,
Fat Boy.
Fat Boy.
That boy's a dog.
Man, he's definitely a dog. They got I got man, what's his name? Number
What team?
Trojans?
12U.
12U. That'd be
What position he play?
I don't had a brain fart. But just to give out some other ones, got to get my guy Cortavian McGill, Kibi Slinger. He definitely
AKA CT.
gets the
Mr. Doms.
get the boys in the mix.
Hey, Zaire, we call him Baby Cheetah. No,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
he
Yeah,
was the
he's-
Heisman winner of our team.
He's
Dog.
He's definitely
Baby
definitely
Keon, who's a
one.
10U kid, or he'll be 11U kid next year.
He
Baby
definitely
Keon's 11U
I'll
kid.
say he was one on that team.
He's
To
the
me,
best
he got
lineman in that grade.
He got I don't know. To me, I just believe he got the most heart on that team. He been playing up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Been beast and dominating that age division, which is not his age division. I mean, but he's been doing that for a while, and it's just like
He's definitely the best lineman on that grade
each
level.
year, it just seems
Playing
like
up.
he gets better, and it's just like he's on the right track. For some first year players, I could say definitely my nephew Veo.
Veo's
Veo,
definitely
he definitely
gonna start this year.
I think he gonna have a uprising season. Yeah, I liked him. It was another lineman that they had.
Jameer.
Yeah, I
Jameer.
like Jameer. He's definitely
Jameer.
definitely a hog. What was Sade's son's name?
That was Jameer.
The other Sade. He was a new one. He was just came to y'all this past season. Quincy.
Oh, Big Q.
Quincy.
Yeah.
Quincy. I've known Quincy since he was younger, and I have been telling her, I'm like, you need to get him in football. So I'm glad that she decided to. I think he'll definitely be some big asset to y'all too.
Real quick, I'm gonna back up real quick to the upcoming 11U. We forgot Michi's whole team.
I mean,
They got some bro.
Yeah, they got
Bubs,
some. Porky. But
they got some.
Porky's going to jackpot.
Well, I don't know why. They got some. That team needs to stay together. That team got some heat. They can beat the Jackpot Boys. I'm gonna tell you that now. Michi's team alone right now.
I
could
believe
beat the Jackpot Boys by himself.
And
he don't need to join with nobody.
I thought the decision of Porky going to Jackpot was just he didn't need to, because I think Michi's team, if they played their actual grade, they would dominate it and do it pretty well on the national level. But hey, to each his own. So
Michi's team is definitely nice. He got a
squad.
Tim Carr over there helping coach. They got a nice little squad over there.
Yeah, they done been together since that 6U. As far as the 12U, I say that it's a lot of
Shaylin for the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies is pretty nice.
That's all I'm giving to on the Grizzlies, Shaylin.
That's all who I can far as consider. 13U, which is not much kids that I know of. I just know
I know a few. I'm gonna give a shout out to the smallest kid in the age group. His name is Coleon. Little Coleon. He plays for the Bad News Bears. He plays quarterback. He plays receiver. When I say he got the biggest heart you'll ever see,
the biggest.
He is a dog. If he was any bigger, he would be talked about a lot more about being the best player in that age group. He's the smallest kid in the grade, but the biggest heart in the grade. I done seen him take hits, get slammed. I done seen him go hit people, like hit some big cats. I'm definitely giving shout out to Coleon.
Yeah,
he's a dog. He's a dog.
And on that court, hey.
Oh, and on dog.
You know what I'm saying? He bring out straight dog on that court.
That's when he
like
don't.
He's
not scared of anything.
None of
them the kids that type of character, that heart, that dog in them. You want every kid to have that. Every kid don't got it.
And like I've been saying, that dog is something you can't teach.
It's in you.
You can't teach.
The kid has to find that himself.
You can't. You can bring out, but you can't put in.
The kid has to find that within himself.
Yeah,
that's all up to the kid. But he has it. He has it, and I'm definitely giving a shout out to him.
Yeah.
That our 13U Trojans, Jay Walk, Braylon, who was actually playing for Derby this year. He was another one who was a big time playmaker on that team.
Led by his dad, Coach Tony.
Yep, Coach Tony. Shout out to Coach Tony. They got a good squad. He got some talent on that team. Him and Alan Pipers are helping him coach. They got some good talent. Now Bad News Bears, they gave him a good run last year. Like I said, hopefully we can start getting these kids names and
we're
get them
gonna be on top
That's
of
what
it.
this is for.
Right. So that way
coaches, once y'all hear this, start talking about them kids. Get them kids out there. Get them linemen out there. I want to see them big boys.
Like Deion said, hey, I'm coming. Don't worry, I'm coming. I'm coming to different organizations, different grades. I'm coming. I'm about to make this what we need it to be. So y'all ain't got to do all the footwork because I'm coming.
Right.
Just know I'm coming.
And
when I come, it ain't to
recruit your
kid. Right. It ain't for this, and this. It's to put your kid in a place to be seen by more people.
Right. And then one thing we also need coaches to understand of. It's not for no bashing or anything. We're trying to put the kids out there. We're trying to put your team out there. Whether you're doing good, whether doing what you far as feel like you're not doing good. It's all long as you're if you're volunteering, you're out here spending your time with these kids, and you're far as of installing them what they need for life, far as how to be young men, different morals and stuff that you're doing. We appreciate and we value each and every one of you coaches doing that. We definitely from the bottom of what we do, we just want to get this to expand it far as to the kids, so these kids know that they're important and we care about them here in this city league as well, not just with one sport but upon all sports. So I'm excited. I'm looking to see what this season and what this journey on this podcast gonna bring.
So yeah, please like, subscribe, and share. You know, that's what that felt good saying.
Yeah.
We out there.
I got one last thing.
We're gonna be I'm gonna be adding it to all social platforms. I'm saying so that way we can really get it out there. So if anybody got anything to say, anything,
316 up, baby. 316
just
up.
let us know because hey, we trying to do it big and better. So whatever y'all think we can do to improve, just let us know.
Another thing, coaches, stop dirty macking. Stop lying to parents to get kids. Stop doing that.
Straight like
For real, man. Do it the right way.
And stop trying to stop. I don't know why y'all watch a kid play and then go try to recruit them. Coach better.
and the kids will come.
Coach better. That's all I'm saying. Coach better. Stop doing all that backdoor recruiting crap.
Like, for
Coach
real.
better.
Yeah, gotta do it, man.
I ain't never tried to recruit no kid that's the star of your team or that's happy. I'm cool with going to get them kids who ain't happy, who don't want to be there, who on the sideline. I want to teach kids, coach kids up, get them better. Them the ones I want. The ones who want to be out there, who ain't getting the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But stop dirty macking, coaches. That's all I gotta say. Stop dirty macking.
Yeah, got to.
I ain't saying don't recruit, but you ain't got to bash
Do
another
it-
coach.
do it the
You ain't
right-
got to do all that extra
Do it the
stuff.
right
Do it
way,
the right way.
man. Do it the right way. This
only
is,
thing that you should on your recruiting tactics should be about you. It should be about you, your organization, your team, and what you bring. It shouldn't be about, oh, that coach don't know this, that coach this. It shouldn't be about nobody else. When you recruit for you. Sell yourself. Sell your organization.
yeah,
You know, that's really what it's about.
definitely
Stop
what
all that
it's
extra
definitely what it's about. Let it be a change. Let it be a change.
This would be another topic for another
Let
day.
it be another
There's a
change
lot.
of
There's a
scenery.
lot to go behind that.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
definitely
another
it's
topic
a
behind
a
that.
whole bunch of heat behind there.
316 up, baby.
Hey, until next time, man, we definitely want y'all to stay blessed. Remember the time, and we thank again our supporters, Nomo Jones Productions, Snow Jones, and we also thank our guest coaches that was here, Coach Stephen. We had
Yes,
Coach
sir.
Tommy. We had Coach Curtis from the 12U, Coach Marco, and I'm your boy, Coach Dre, and you just been turned up.
Yeah.